All right, number 8, again, we're given a point in slope, and we're asked to write it in slope-intercept form. So this time, I'm going to just show you an alternate method to do this. You can start with slope-intercept form, and we're going to plug in these points to the x and y, and we're going to solve for b. So this is x, this is y, and our slope was -1. So I know that I want this in slope-intercept form, so at the end of the day I want it in y equals, m was -1, so it's going to be a negative x plus whatever the y-intercept is. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to start plugging all of this into this form. So y is 3, I'm going to plug a 3 here. Slope was -1. And then x was -8, so I should be plugging a -8 here, -8. -1 times -8 plus b. And then you just simplify. -1 times -8, you end up with 3 equals +8 plus b. And then solve for b, you would subtract 8. Sometimes it's nicer to do this, and so we get that -5 is equal to b. And I just plug it in here. So sometimes it's not as much work to do it just plugging it into slope-intercept form and solving for b, as opposed to doing the point slope form. That'd be y minus the y value of 3 equals the slope of -1 times x minus the x value of -8. Because sometimes you forget to put that negative or the minus there, and then that's going to change signs, which that could affect you. So just be careful when you plug it in. Sometimes it's more challenging when you have fractions in here, but this one isn't so bad. Just got to remember when you plug in to the point slope form, you got to change that sign. But then if you solve it that way, y minus 3 equals, you'll distribute, that'd be a negative x minus 8, and then you would add 3. And so either way you can do it, you get the same answer. Y equals, that will cancel, negative x, and that'll give you -5. Okay. And my pen is running out, but you get the same answer, negative x minus 5. So you got to do y equals the negative x minus 5. All right, and then 9, we're going to write the equation in slope-intercept form that passes through this given point and has this slope. So here's one of the ones I was mentioning, that when it has fractions, it might be a little bit more challenging. I think I'm going to do it in slope-intercept form again. Y equals mx plus b. I just like doing it this way, but feel free to use point slope form. And we have the ordered pair 9, -10, and then we have slope of -1/2. Okay, so we want it in slope-intercept form. Y equals -1/2 x plus b. That's what we got to solve for when we do it like this. X is 9, y is 10. I'm going to plug in a -10 equals -1/2, and then times 9 plus b. So in this case, we got to deal with the fraction, which we also have to deal with that in the point slope form. But in the point slope form, I think it's a little bit more of a challenge. But it's going to be the same thing. You got to get a common denominator when we start moving things, and so we'll just work from here. We're going to multiply by 9, so it's going to give us a -10 equals, let's see if I got another, -10 equals, this will be a -9/2 plus b. All right, and then to solve for b, we got to add this 9 over 2, move it over. So we have negative 10, and this will be plus 9 over 2 equals b. Whenever you move it, you got to do the opposite sign. Now, in order to combine these, I got to get a common denominator. So I need to multiply this side, top and bottom, by 2. So this is going to give me a negative 20 over 2. And now this is plus 9 over 2 equals b. And then you only do the math on the top when you're adding and subtracting fractions. This will give you a negative 11 over 2. And you got to do the same thing when you do point slope form. You're going to have to combine terms and get a common denominator. So we get y equals negative 1/2 x. You can say plus a negative or just write minus, which I'm going to just write minus 11 over 2. Y equals I'll just put the negative out front. And 1 over 2, 2. And then just put the x at the back. 1 over 2x, and then minus 11 over 2. 11 over 2.